went on a random 4-day vacation in Erbil, Kurdistan, Iraq, a place most people wouldn't think of booking. I saw a good deal with Pegasus Air, and that's all it takes. I didn't know much about Kurdish history before arriving, but that's apparently my travel strategy now. Show up and figure it out on the ground. The plan was simple enough: eat desserts, see the ancient citadel, keep my regular activities alive in a new place. The total cost was $634, flights included, roughly 423 liters of milk. Because in my world, milk equals ice cream, so it's a trade-off. And honestly, it was one of the best impulsive decisions I've made, which either says something about the city or something deeply concerning about my standards. So I just landed in Erbil, Iraq, Kurdistan, and today I'm going to be on a search for the best desserts. I'm staying at the Blue Moon Hotel in Ankawa, the Christian quarter of Erbil. There are no hostels in the city. The street signs are in 3 languages: Kurdish, Arabic, and English, so I'm confused in multiple languages simultaneously, which feels efficient. There are liquor stores here too, which you don't see much in the East Middle. The neighborhood is calm, reasonably safe, and features armed hotel guards carrying M16s. One of them almost spit on me, realized it mid-loogie, and apologized with a hug, sandwiching the M16 between us. It was the best hug I've had in months. Day 1 starts at Abuela Cafe, where I ordered a lotus strawberry banana French toast with ice cream. The cinnamon, fruit, and syrup work together. I wish there was more ice cream, but life is full of minor disappointments. I take Kareem everywhere to avoid being scammed by taxi drivers. It's like Uber, but you get to say "Yalla" a bit more. And there's no seatbelts. Anywhere across town costs $2 to $3. That night, I meet people through couchsurfing hangouts at Basili's, a Filipino-run karaoke bar. The place is mostly empty, which means we have space to sing and have to be the entertainment and judgmental Nancy at the same time. There's an Iranian girl, a local guy nostalgic of his trip to America, and a French TV war correspondent crew. Tattooed, weathered, the exact type of people who have been everywhere dangerous and are here waiting for something to pop off with Iran. We sing, we wave napkins dancing to Arabic music, or pretending to clean the air. Smoking inside is annoying, but that's a scent of Erbil. Shisha smells nice though. I like that. I stay sober because I'm traveling solo and don't need to be lost or hungover and waste a day. Even 2 drinks can wreck me these days. I walk home at midnight on guard, but without incident. Just like everyone said, families are still in restaurants at 12:30 on a Tuesday night. The next morning, I try to sleep in. The AC is stuck on heat mode. I prefer to sleep at 18 degrees. I was told to open a window, but the smell of kebab from the street and the call to prayer wake me anyways. Of course I had earplugs, but they were no match. I head to Core Erbil for Pilates, my first time on the reformer. I apparently do well and didn't snap in half. Space is Western, modern, polished, with expats and affluent locals. A different side of Erbil, as the class costs $40. I head to Mukalad restaurant because it looks busy with locals as I walk by. 2 massive vertical kebab spits tower over the chefs, who shave off meat with long blades. Cost 3,000 Iraqi dinar, or about $2. I dine with a stranger, but mostly leave each other in peace. I wake up late and head to Shar Park. From here, you have the best view of the Erbil Kite-a-del, massive structure on a hill in the city center. The interior is closed, so I appreciate it from the outside. I stand there watching people walk by in a 6,000-year-old city. I catch a local taking a pic of me. We trade photos. This is peak solo travel. The Kite-a-del's been continuously inhabited since at least 2,300 BCE, older than most things, and certainly older than a 1967 Chevy. It's seen the Assyrian Empire, Mongol sieges, Ottoman rule, British occupation, and modern Iraqi politics. And now, it's seeing me. I walk out to the main entrance and the call to prayer starts echoing across the city. We've got a UNESCO heritage site, modern high-rises in one direction, the old bazaar in another, a city that exists in multiple timelines at once. Chinook helicopters fly overhead, but apparently, it's normal occurrence. I leave the Kite-a-del and walk straight into Qaysari Bazaar. I give a confident slough to a man selling what I call the original fruit roll-ups. This is the sensory overload I expected. Clothing shops, gold dealers, baklava stacks that look structurally questionable. It's a locals market. I'm definitely in someone's way, but eye contact avoidance is mutual, so I keep moving. I bought a mustard, flavor, not color, turtleneck. Against my training, I accepted the first price he offered, but luckily, he bargained against himself and discounted it. I tried cream kunafa at another stall, soft pudding-like texture with a slight pastry crunch underneath. I burned my hand on the tea glass because handles apparently haven't been fully adopted yet. The tea is strong and sweet. I rotate the clasp between burns while watching the bizarre chaos continue around me. I tried some other creamy dessert that looks like lasagna and a sweet iced coffee from the local Starbucks ripoff. Later, I head to the locally famous Yasin Kebab. The place is packed. People wait for seats and share communal tables. The service is impossibly fast. The kebab meat is perfectly seasoned with fresh bread somewhere between naan and tortilla, grilled onions, and fire-roasted tomatoes. I normally don't eat raw tomatoes, but this somehow was okay. The whole meal costs about $5. I say spas to the chef, not because I wanted a massage, but because it means thank you in Kurdish. I walk through Sami Abdulrahman Park afterward. It's like the Central Park of Erbil. It used to be a military base, now it's families, fountains, and people exercising. I finally see dogs here, and that makes me happy. The kids seem nervous around them, and the dogs are weary of people too. I decided to make a short dream sequence to Savage Garden's Truly, Madly, Deeply.
I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever until the sky falls down on me.
I stop at a cafe and order Kazwan coffee. It's made from wild pistachios, not coffee beans. Thick, oily, nutty. No caffeine, which is probably smart considering my sugar intake today. It's actually really good. Yumtown. Later that night, I go back to Basili's for a Filipino birthday party. It's packed and very smoky. I got burned by a cigarette on the dance floor, but now I'll always have that scar that I got in Iraq. I meet American military contractors who've been here for years. The music is a mix of hits, Filipino songs, and Arabic songs which everyone seems to know but me. Fair enough. Club security at the entrance has AK-47s. I'm not sure whether to feel safe or concerned, but I like letters and numbers enough, so seeing them combined does something for me. I head to Empire World to see modern Erbil, glass towers, high-end shops, restaurants that could be in Dubai. It's a lifestyle complex. I grab buffalo wings at a sports bar. I mentioned the Winter Olympics to the staff. They didn't even know what had been going on for a week. It's a sports bar, with screens, showing sports. To be fair, there's not much demand for curling in Kurdistan. Before I leave Iraq, I stop by a pharmacy to stock up on tretinoin. Less than $4 and no prescription required, unlike Europe. And if I get caught, at least the customs agent will have to admit, my skin looks fantastic for a man my age. But here's what I didn't expect about Erbil. The best way to understand the city isn't through guidebooks or desserts, it's through terrible karaoke and trivia nights where nobody knows the answers. It's Thursday, trivia night at Two Princes Pub. Packed, expats, locals, people who all know each other. I join a team of stragglers, a South African private security guy, an American teacher, a Polish teacher, a British guy, and a Moroccan woman. We actually win because we have different useless knowledge bases. The quiz is run by Warpaws, a fantastic organization doing really good things for the forgotten dog population here. Friday night, I go back for karaoke. It's a different crowd, same recognition. I annoy the KJ by requesting very specific versions of songs which are in my key. Nobody understands why this matters, but it's the difference between sounding like a struggling seal and a decent, respectable voice. The list is long and I enjoyed getting to hear the locals. I stay until 1 in the morning, say goodbye, and head back to the hotel. Even in Erbil, I make time to do some revisions for my remote mixing clients. Here's the thing about Erbil that I didn't expect. The legendary Kurdish hospitality you've heard about? and remained mostly a legend for me. The few locals I met were kind, but most people in the service industry, markets, and restaurant were indifferent to my presence. I can't say I'm different though, and I can appreciate what they've been through. But what made this trip wasn't the local population. It was the immigrants and expats who welcomed me. These are the memories I'll cherish. They gave me contacts, made sure I was taken care of, and showed me what the city is all about. The mix of people here is unlike anywhere else I've been. NGO workers, teachers, lifelong oil industry guys, private security contractors. These aren't people I come across in my normal life. Iraq isn't a war zone. Erbil is a modern city with ancient roots, complicated social dynamics, desserts, and a surprising party scene that could end diplomatic conflicts. Everyone warned me about safety, but nobody warned me to actually enjoy myself. If your idea of the Middle East is just conflict and chaos, you're missing the whole story. This is a 6,000-year-old city where people are just living their lives, and it's worth a visit. If this changed how you see the region, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want more cities that don't make the typical travel lists.